Is it possible to become 50% better at attacking in several weeks? I think so. No, I'm sure. I have played top volleyball, started 3 times at the World Championships. I was also the second best spiker at the World Championship, and I always wanted to be super successful on offense. That's why I have 12 essential tips for you that if you practice, I guarantee your offensive potential will skyrocket to heights you have never dreamed of. Sure, attacking like Ngapet or TJ DeFalco isn't easy, but with my advice, you can improve your attack by 50% in a couple of weeks. And I'm sure you want to be great attackers too. But what does it really mean to be successful on attack? I'm sure you'll think right away, if I want to be successful on offense, I have to make a point. My actions must result in a point for our team. But it's not that simple. Success on attacks means so much more. Also, the best outsiders in the world like Ishikawa and Semenyuk don't just think about the point. Being a good and excellent attacker also means that when you have a difficult situation in front of you, your opponent won't block you by making you an ankle sprain on a blocked ball. Excellent attackers also often don't want to give the ball to the opponent. They don't want to just hit the ball to the other side. Instead, they often play with a block. They want to recycle the ball to create a better position for attack. Of course, a good attacker also doesn't play easy balls to the opponent's libero, because they know the libero is their best defensive player and the opponent then has a great chance for a point. And excellent hitters also think how to make problems for the opponent even from a very difficult set. They don't want to give him an easy ball, a present when it's not Christmas. And the world's best attackers today are successful not only with hitting and attacking, but also often setting the ball on the block. Just remember that success in attack is not just scoring points, but how to do it. What should you do to hit 50% better and use your offensive skills like volleyball stars? Here are my 12 tips that if you use, your attack will be a big threat to your opponent. When I played under a great coach, he told me to always go for a powerful hit. That's how we play volleyball. Be brave, be bold, above all, attack with maximum force. It wasn't bad advice, but it was more than a decade ago. Since then, volleyball and attack have evolved dramatically. Today, watching Ishikawa, TJ DeFalco, and Ngapet, you can clearly see that attack is not just about 100% power. Modern attack is also about feeling what type of attack on each set has a chance of success. Sometimes it's a max hit, sometimes it's a technical hit or even a power tip. So don't just attack with power. Use more technique than just power. Many coaches will tell you that a successful offense starts with the approach. That you need a good approach if you want to be successful on the attack. But I think success on attack starts much earlier. It starts from the first touch of the ball. If you are receiving and you receive serve 5 meters from the net, you are going to have a hell of job to get the point with your attack. If you pass easy ball in defense beyond 3 meters, again, your chances of success on attack drop rapidly. Therefore, my advice is to create the best conditions for your attack with your first touch of the ball. Always try to get the ball high to the net so that the setter can serve you a quick set, a set that your opponents will not be able to set up a compact double block on, and also their defense in the field will not be 100% ready for your attack. And I am sure a few percent improvement in your offense will come from communication with the setter. Talk to the setter. On every transition, shout to him what set you want, what set you are ready for. Compliment the setter on a great set. Don't complain if he doesn't give you a set like Luciano De Cecco on a no block. Just be sure to talk to your setter. Talk to them about what is the ideal for you in many situations. And if you want to be a great attacker, you need to read the game very well. Read the opponent's defense. Have you noticed that the libero goes to defense zone 6 against you? Are you aware that the single blocker is jumping to diagonal against you? Do you know that on a triple block you have a closed line? Did you see that the blockers switched against you and the small setter went to block opposite? Adaptation speed is key. Watch your opponent in every action. Quickly assess for yourself what they are playing against you, how they want to block and defend you. I often talk about player complexity in my videos, and in attack this is crucial. You need to always have several weapons in your inventory, types of attacks from any given set. Sure, against a single block, you'll often be attacking diagonally. But once in a while, using a power tip to the middle of the court, hitting down the line a few times a set, or looking for the fingertips of blocking players from high sets can be very effective weapons. Be prepared and be versatile in attack. Of course, your body is part of the attack. You can count on success on the attack unless your body is ready to jump full out and attack at least 30 to 50 times per game. The best volleyball players are great athletes, so you need to be an athlete too. You need to be able to keep jumping for 2 hours, keep serving aggressively, preferably without many errors, even in the 5th set. And to help you with that, you can check out my 2 excellent online courses, How to Hit Harder and Ultimate Guide to Jump Higher, with hundreds of exercises done by professional volleyball players. Then you will be much better prepared, and also you give much more powerful hits and jump higher. Another element to your greater success on attack is self-reflection. Surely you know what your favorite hit is, what direction you are the best at hitting. If you know this about yourself, then count on the fact that your opponent and their coach can read you in a game or two. They'll know that you attack high sets on a long diagonal, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just don't play only your favorite hits. This point is related to the previous one, and that's don't play only in one direction. If you keep hitting the line from position 2, you won't be successful in the long run. If you attack pipe and from 90% you attack into zone 1, again your success rate won't be very high for long. Opponents are like foxes, smart, clever. Once they read you, you are in trouble. Now I have to tell you something about myself, advice that will also help you. I have always preferred to attack into the diagonal, attacking quick sets from zone 4 into a sharp diagonal. High sets then usually to the long diagonal. If I was playing against an opponent who didn't know me, we hadn't played against each other before, so I knew my diagonal attacks had a good chance of success. But as soon as I played the same opponent for the second time, I often try not to play the first and second hit into my favorite direction. I wanted to convince my opponent that I would not play diagonal today. I was saving my best hits for the critical situations, set ends or important points. I didn't want to keep attacking diagonally like a machine. Rather, I brought out my best weapons when the times was right. And what can you learn from the best? Not only are they well equipped technically and physically, but equally important is their mentality. The best players don't get distracted, nervous by the excellent action of the opponent in the field after their attack. Top players are impatient, they don't want to end every difficult ball. Rather, they wait for an ideal set or for an opponent's mistake. You don't see them getting distracted by the booming of the crowd or annoyed by the lights in the hall. They adapt quickly, they are strong in their heads. They believe in themselves and don't think about bad or failed attack. Rather, they analyze their performance after the game. Volleyball stars also often play unreadable. I have seen thousands of volleyball games, but to tell you how Ishikawa will attack right now, what hit Ngapet will use after that approach, I am not able. Why? First of all, I am not AI. Secondly, these players attack unpredictably. They are not readable. They don't show with their body language what's coming next. And that's what makes them special. That's why you should always try to be unpredictable on attack. When I talk to the best players in the world on my VolleyCountry podcast, they almost all have one thing in common. They are great players, but they are always learning. They are constantly thinking about how they can raise their game just a little bit more, how to hit or set even better. You need to have the same attitude. You can win the Olympics, but you still need to keep learning. You can be better than Ngapet, but count on hundreds and thousands of other players to be on your heels, wanting to play at least as well as you. So where do you start? What will be your first step to more successful attacks? What will you do today to become a better attacker? Imagine that a player like you living on another continent is just now starting to work on his better offense. Do you want to be worse than him? I hope not, and I wish you a great volleyball challenge and fun while achieving your dream successful attacks. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.